Hey everybody, it's Brian Bishop with The Verge, and we are here in San Diego Comic-Con at the booth for Propshop. Now, you might be wondering why I have a Kylo Ren lightsaber in my hand. That's because Propshop is the prop shop that basically made the props for Star Wars The Force Awakens, is making the props for Rogue One, is making the props for all the upcoming Star Wars films that are going to be coming for the next 5, 10, 20 years. And what's cool is they have something called the Ultimate Studio Edition, where they basically take the props, replicate them the exact same way that they made the originals, age them, weather them, and then sell them for high-end collectors. There is Kylo Ren's lightsaber, there is Rey's lightsaber, there's Poe's helmet, there's Finn's helmet. Basically everything cool that you could want from The Force Awakens, you can buy. All of these things are individually numbered, and each prop has a chip inside of it to prove that it's authentic. So this is the Ultimate Studio Edition of Rey's lightsaber from The Force Awakens. These lightsabers were originally back in the day made from Graflex flash handles, and here you have the entire body of the Graflex flash handle replicated, clamp, the grips, the D-ring, cobalt D-ring here in the end, and it's all like incredibly detailed, and you can tell that this is from The Force Awakens by a couple of things actually. In Force Awakens, there was this clamp that had no printing on it. In the other movies, they basically had a piece of foil tape stuck around the Graflex logo, and also these grips are actually a little bit shorter on the bottom than they were back in the original films. But it's an incredible amount of detail, both in the way that things are put together, but also the weathering. And that's what's really kind of spectacular about this, because not only does Propshop make these items, they then go back and take the ones that were used on screen and scan them again to see all the detail in terms of weathering, paint, smudges, scratches, all that kind of stuff. So they can then treat the newly created objects that they sell to look just like the thing that came off the set. So I'm going to try to not break this. This is obviously Darth Vader's melted helmet. This is a little bit intimidating to hold, I'm not going to lie. It's the scene in the film where Kylo Ren is kind of looking over it, and saying, I will finish what you started. This thing was originally sculpted, kind of like the influence to look like a skull. You can definitely see that. And this item is basically then 3D printed, the final one was scanned. And there's this incredible detail. I mean, there's like the wires coming in here. There's the tusks, aluminum tusks. It's really just kind of a incredibly detailed and frightening piece of work. Again, these things are very, very limited, and they are not cheap because you're paying for this detail and this craftsmanship. But my God, this is kind of breathtaking. So I'm standing here with the latest addition to the Ultimate Studio Edition line. It is a panel from the Millennium Falcon. They obviously had to recreate the Falcon for the new movies, and this was pulled from that. These switches were all machined by hand. The electronics inside, they all are functioning and they work. It's kind of great. If you're in the Falcon and I'm looking at like this, it's to the left if I'm Han Solo. I'm not so much Han Solo. But it's pretty great, this kind of interactive thing. You could see it being on your wall, and just nerding out that it's there. And it's pretty remarkable just to view this interactive prop that's so familiar if you've seen the movies. This thing basically does not have a release date yet. It's going to come out sometime this year. There's no information yet about how much it's going to cost either. With so many more movies coming out, and with returning to older time frames and to new time frames, so now these people are going to be very, very busy. And if you want to get the most authentic licensed prop possible, you're going to be talking to Propshop. For more videos like this, be sure to check out our YouTube page at youtube.com/The Verge. My God, this is kind of breathtaking. Yeah, this is Darth Vader's helmet.